The ladies that I was in cosmetology with became my girls. When we was in high school, we spent 2 years together. So 11th grade year, we only had one block together, and in 12th grade year, we had two blocks together. So as you can imagine, that bond just came. We was able to see one another shine. We was able to help one another if they lacked in any type of services. We were able to laugh. We watched movies. We were teen girls, so we had our days, but I wouldn't trade them for anything in the world. It was so diverse in that classroom. That was my first time working on hair that wasn't black, because it got to a certain point where we was able to do services on one another, and we was able to share stories with one another. I learned about other heritage. I learned how other families take care of their kids' hairs when they're young. Some of my classmates, their dads cut their hair off when they was babies. I thought that was crazy. But then they explained the reason why they cut off all of their hair when they're babies is so that their hair can grow even and thick all around. I ain't know that. You know what I'm saying? We were able to spend Thanksgiving together. I was able to try other foods of other cultures. Bro, that food was good as hell. Listen, cosmetology girls, anytime that y'all want to do that again, please holler at a player. I promise you, I would be the first one there. Period. We did senior skip day together. I'm grown now, so I don't think I can get in trouble for this. But we went to the movies to go see the movie Duff. That's might tell my age, but yeah, we did that on senior skip day. We had also went to IHOP. IHOP be having a 99 cent for the pancakes. I will never do that again. We was able to spend Christmas together. We brought gifts to the class for Christmas, and we did play White Elephant. We were blessed enough to have two teachers. So we had Miss Cutter when I first no, we had Miss Davis when I first got into the program, and then Miss Davis ended up getting hired at a beauty school, at a beauty college, excuse me. And then Miss Cutter was brought in January, I believe, of our 11th grade year. Miss Cutter came in, and Miss Cutter and Miss Davis were two totally different teachers, but they both had the same idea for us to be successful in the hair industry. Miss Cutter taught us about hair, but she also taught us about being a woman. She taught me things that I still carry to this day. I'm forever grateful of Miss Cutter. Miss Cutter, if you out there and you are listening to this, girl, I'm giving you your flowers. You are the bomb.com. You know everything that you did for me, and I got you. I got you. Upon graduation, I had to make a decision. Either continue my studies in the cosmetology or go into journalism. I had also got accepted into North Carolina A&T State University my senior year. I was blessed enough to obtain two scholarships. So it was one side of me that's like North Carolina A&T State University, and then the other side of me is like go to cosmetology school and finish my studies, because in high school we weren't able to obtain all of the hours that we needed to, because it was a program included in high school. So cosmetology was only considered an elective in high school, which means that we only had two classes that we could take the cosmetology in 12th grade. 11th grade we only had it for one block. 12th grade we had it for two blocks. So we weren't able to get as many hours as we needed to obtain our cosmetology license. So the program was created to allow us to go into cosmetology while being in high school, and also we didn't have to pay for tuition, because cosmetology tuition is about the same as universities, as colleges, where people study other things. So being that we were in high school, we didn't have to pay for tuition. We only had to pay for certain things, which only came up to about like $300, $350, $400 at the most. Total blessing. Even though we were able to be blessed, it was downfall. I wouldn't say downfalls, but it was restrictions to the program, which, like I said, included not being able to get all of the hours that we needed for cosmetology. So at the time, I was presented with either choosing to continue down the cosmetology line or go down another line. I went to go talk to Miss Cutter. Communication is key, y'all. Communication is key. I went to go talk to Miss Cutter, and I found out that at the time of my graduation year, which was 2015, they had just created a natural hair license. And I was told, I'm not sure, but I was told, not by Miss Cutter, but just by the community, I was told the reason why natural hair license became a thing is because it was a lot of braiders back then who didn't have their hair license. And it was said that back in the day, you didn't have to have your hair license to be a braider. You could just go and be a braider because there's no chemicals included. However, over the years, we found that if you're not skilled in knowing about hair, then you may braid too tight, which will cause people's hair to come out. So during 2015, a lot of people had to go back to school, or had to go to school, or had to take certain classes to get their natural hair license so that they can become braiders. With a natural hair license, you don't have to have as many hours, you don't have to complete as many services, because there's no chemical included. It's just either you're braiding, either you're straightening the hair, either you're twisting the hair, either you're locking the hair. I don't really know about other ethnicities, but in the black community, for the most part, that's how we, or doing a wig, that's how we, wear our natural hair. So I learned that, and I was like, what the world? Because y'all, I don't like chemicals. I don't like being in charge of making drastic changes to people's hair. I do locks, and with locks, people can comb them out. You know what I'm saying? And at the time, I was doing braids. Braids and locks do not give me that much responsibility on somebody's hair. So finding out about natural hair license, I was here for it. I was able to get my natural hair license before I graduated high school, and I was able to go to North Carolina A&T with my natural hair license. Miss Cutter was like, girl, you go up there, you do them people hair, you make your money, blah, 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 do. And, I'm not really embarrassed to say, but I will admit that when I got to college, I did not tell nobody that I had my natural hair license. I was sick and tired of doing hair. I wanted to be left alone, because when people find out that you know how to do hair, they will not leave you alone. So I was trying to keep that a secret. However, the same way that it happened when I was in middle school and high school, it happened in college. I started doing my own hair, and then people was like, oh, who do your hair? And then boom, before you know it, I got a couple people asking me to do their hair. So next episodes, I'm going to go into my experience as styling at North Carolina A&T. And then I got more stories for y'all, so just stay tuned. Peace out.